Peace World. Thanks for pressing play on another Pay Me No Mind sports and entertainment video. My name is Wood. Please consider becoming a subscriber to the channel. If you like the way that any of the information is being presented, hit the like button. A comment, any kind of engagement would be greatly appreciated. Share the video if you have people in your circle who who rock with any or have interest in any of the subject matter that's being discussed. Let's jump right into it. Your Honor, Part 10, the series finale. I really don't have much bad to say about it for the simple fact that I mentioned in one of the last two videos that I thought the scope of the show really started decreasing or narrowing around the fourth or fifth episode, and I really tempered my expectations. I also said that this show kind of put me in the mind of The Undoing in some ways, especially once it was, fully revealed that the bulk of the show or the bulk of the resolution would take place in the courtroom with the case of, New Orleans versus, or the state versus Carlo Baxter. And I thought it was a fairly solid, finale based on everything that we were given. I told you they were going to kind of wrap some of these loose ends up in kind of anticlimactic ways. I thought that happened. The big thing that I hit on was I told you Eugene was gonna shoot somebody. I thought it was gonna be Jimmy Baxter because I thought he would have put two and two together that Jimmy Baxter had to have made the call on blowing up his family's house and killing his mother and four siblings. He chose to get justice or seek justice for his oldest brother, Kofi, and actually went to the Baxter Hotel where they were having a celebration for Carlo being found not guilty. One of my least favorite aspects of this final show, that Kofi never did get any justice with the case that was pretty much ironclad, but okay. But so he goes to this celebration for Carlo and fires into a crowd and at Carlo while he was talking with some people, misses and strikes Adam, and kind of closes this whole thing out as just a matter of karma, if you will. So, like I said, man, when it's 6, 8, 10 episodes, there's only so much you can do. And I'm not even against shows that stay on the right scale. Some shows aim very big and fail miserably. This one, I thought it kept our attention. It was something that we all got into for 10 weeks, and it was pretty decent. One thing that kind of got tired for me was Jimmy Baxter it seemed like they were afraid to really take it there. With Jimmy Baxter, feeling the way that he felt about losing Rocco, we finally have the scene where he puts two and two together, where we see Adam using his inhaler, and Jimmy observes that and understands immediately the judge hasn't been straight up with me this entire time. And then we thought Adam was going there last week when he left the house. So that was kind of a little bit of a plot hole right there, a little hiccup in a way. I don't like being tricked like that, because he opens this show up. Well, I guess, maybe he was responding to his grandmother's a text from her or whatever to meet her. They slipped one by us or whatever, but she told him about his mother having an affair. We never really got any clear resolution on that, not that I recall. And then he, like I said, He ends up in the courtroom, hears some information that caused him to have, some anxiety or whatever, be uncomfortable about what took place between Carlo and Kofi as a result of him setting everything in motion. We get Lee confronting and figuring out and confronting the judge. We get Costello confronting the judge. We get Charlie. Everybody kind of came together at the end in the courtroom. Charlie came out and said his, did his political thing and standing up for his best friend the only way that he knew how. Desire never got their $200,000 or drugs. Really, we didn't even. Lee and Big Mo had a showdown. If that didn't result in much. So, like I said, they kept it at the scope and the scale that was manageable for them. And, for anybody who was out there having really harsh feelings towards the judge for doing what most people would have done in that position, I'm assuming. If you had that power, if you sat in that seat and you knew the legal system the way that you knew it, the way that a judge would know it, I kind of thought, even after he did some, obstruction stuff and did the hit and run, I still felt like after the fact there was still a way to come forward, and with him not having any criminal record, him being the son of a judge, so on and so forth, there could have been a way where I don't think there would have been any jail time, right, wrong, or indifferent, But he took us down this path. The Camry driver lost his life. Like I said, I don't know, man. I just think it was pretty solid. Like I said, the courtroom situation, again, was going back to the undoing and what we saw take place with Jonathan. Hugh, I can't even think of Hugh's name. Totally skipped my mind. But the way that played out at the end, we really didn't want to believe Hugh Grant. We really didn't. We kind of were given a lot of reason to question whether or not Jonathan did it. Killed, what was her name? Elena. I think it was Elena. We were given a lot of reason to think that maybe he didn't do it. And then we get to the finale, and it was you were stupid to have believed that he didn't do it. And here we were stupid to have believed that Kofi was going to get some kind of justice. And we got the scene that we got. Do you think Eugene could have marched down there with a gun and snuck in the back, or not snuck in the back, waited for the judge to distract the two guards outside? Oh, and let me say this and get out of here. What I was saying with Jimmy Baxter kind of like dangling Adam in front of the judge, and then he does the thing to go hug him and has this real stern look on his face, and then just gives him this big hug. Like I said, they just danced around this like they really didn't know what to do. But 3 or 4 episodes ago, the dude was ready to go scorched earth and whatnot. So, I wouldn't begrudge you if you loved the show. I wouldn't begrudge you if you thought it fell short. I wouldn't begrudge you if you hated it. Like I said, to me, it was just another series that I capped off. I thought it had some good moments. And, you move on. I've mentioned this before, what I'd like to see, especially for in terms of any black actors, actresses, directors, I'd like to see some well-told or, stories of this nature where you select some book, or, this was based off of an Israeli TV show and whatnot, but to go and find some source material besides drugs and killing, a lot of street stuff, go and find some other stuff to tell some different stories and do something similar to this. And get us away from, what Snowfall is and Power Book 2. It's cool to have those things, but I'm just saying it'd be great to expand what's available, and what we can take in and different storytelling and whatnot. So that's what I'm getting at. And then, like I've already said before, it's dope that somebody like Jason Bateman has gone and done what he's done with Ozark and told that kind of story. Amy Adams with Sharp Objects, some of the people here and there who've gone and gotten attached to what was that, Jason Bateman, and also the Outsider. That doesn't sound right. That one that was on HBO last. Anyway, that's it, man. I really don't. I'm sorry. I'm on the fence, man. I don't really consider myself a critic. I didn't hate it. I took it in, and I move on. Now. I got an empty slot in my rotation, so I'll look for something new to replace it. I just wanted to come bring closure to it. It's Pay Me No Mind, sports and entertainment. As I always say, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great.